Hello, thanks for joining us and welcome to this, the celebratory video for Transgender Heaven's 7th anniversary, 7 years of improving lives. Tonight, we've got some members who are going to speak about their lives and how they've changed since they found Transgender Heaven. We have some written contributions from some members that we'll voice and we'll put up on screen so you can see. But we're going to start off with Dee reading some words that Vanessa was kind enough to submit to us to begin the video. So I'll just simply ask Dee to join me on the screen. I'll move away and let her do her bit. So up you come, Dee. Welcome.
Thank you, Ali. And I really appreciate your introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and my privilege to read the words that Vanessa Law, our founder, sent to us on this occasion of our anniversary birthday. Happy birthday to Transgender Heaven. Kimberly asked me to share a few words with y'all on this occasion when our lovely community turns 7. Our journey began almost 10 years ago when we opened Crossdresser Heaven as a safe, welcoming, and supportive place for the crossdresser community to gather. As the community grew, many members found that their journey took them further into transition, and were looking for an online community that could help them with the next steps on their path. With the support of Codile, Crossdresser Heaven's first managing ambassador, as well as Jazz and Chloe, Transgender Heaven's first 2 managing ambassadors, we crafted a document titled The Soul of Transgender Heaven that would form the foundation for our community. An excerpt from this original vision lays out what I believe is still our highest aspiration. Transgender Heaven is a force for good in our community and country. This starts by fostering the best of us: connection, empathy, and loving kindness. Over the last 7 years, I believe we have held true to our highest aspiration. Members have found hope and friendship on Transgender Heaven, and often a caring embrace to get through their darkest times. I'd like to thank Codile, Jazz, and Chloe for their role in bringing our community to life. Michelle, for her wonderful stewardship of the ambassador team, as well as all our wonderful ambassador and hospitality crew who keep our community safe and welcoming. Lastly, I'd like to thank you, the members of Transgender Heaven. Our community is only as strong as our members, and our culture of compassion and encouragement thrives only on the open and loving hearts that you bring. Thank you for making Transgender Heaven a special place. With love and blessings, Vanessa.
Thanks very much for reading that, Dee, and a big thank you to Vanessa for sending these words in. It means a lot to all of us. Now we're going to move on to our interview stage, and first off is Jasmine, who's being interviewed by Dee.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. D.
And I'm Jasmine Marie.
It is my pleasure to be able to talk to Jasmine. She is our #1 managing ambassador for TGH. And it's really a tremendous honor, Jazz. All right. How in the world did you become the first managing ambassador here at TGH?
I'm also the #1 member too. I volunteered in 2018 when this project came up. I was formerly ambassador of groups at CDH, and when offered the position, I was gladly to accept. And that's how I became the managing ambassador, the first managing ambassador.
You've been here a long time. You've been here as TGH has grown up. How has it touched your life, Jazz?
Wow. It's become part of my life. So, and all the members have. Believe me, I think about you all the time. All the members, all my staff, and I mean, I don't have a day I don't go and TGH isn't on my mind.
Well, it shows, dear. What are some of the things that you've learned from TGH? What has it given to you?
I learned that there is a community out there for us. Us like-minded people, and TGH has always been a safe place, and I've helped a lot of people. Realize about themselves whether or not whether they're transgender or not. And I learned to communicate with people. Not so much speaking, but I can type pretty damn good. That was another thing that I did learn from CDH and TGH is I did learn to type. I actually am really good at it now.
Well, I can tell we're really putting you on the hot spot. Are there any other thoughts you'd like to leave with our members here at TGH, or anything else you'd like to say to Vanessa?
Well, to the members, I want to say, my door is always open, even when I'm not online. And private message me. I really like to, play devil's advocate with people, and if you're really questioning about yourself, please reach out. I will ask you the hard questions like I'm being asked right now, and put you on the spot. And for Vanessa, thank you, Vanessa, for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something that's so great. Surprised you kept us around, and I'm happy you did. We've been through some hard times with this site, and we've seen it, and we come out the other end pretty damn good. And wherever you are, Vanessa, thank you. And wherever you are, and members and future members, I hope you reach out. I'm always there, even when I'm not. You can't tell. So just there.
Jazz, we've always felt your hand, even on those days when you're away on your job function. But it really has been a pleasure to have been working with you for the past 11 months. Since we started back working with the video section. It's an honor, a pleasure. And thank you for being number one. And thank you for still being here. All right, folks, thank you for being with us again.
And thank you very much, Dee, for that fascinating interview with Jasmine. We're going to move on now, and Kimberly is going to be speaking to Michelle Lawson. So let's take it away, Kimberly.
Hello, everyone. We're here today with Michelle Lawson, the managing ambassador here at TGH, and she decided to take time out of her busy schedule to help celebrate the anniversary that we had. Thank you for joining us, Michelle.
You're quite welcome.
Now, what we'd like to know is how, when you first came to the site, did you find the site?
Well, it's really interesting because, and I won't get into the background as to how I even got to the point where I would be looking for a site to begin with. But suffice it to say, I came across a place that I'd ordered some stuff from that's just outside of Detroit, a place called Janet's Closet. And they, I don't know if they still do, but they did at that time. This is what, 2018, 17, something like that. So anyway, they have had a forum that I joined, and it was, just basically chatting back and forth. And I came across this lady, Ann Pruis, I believe, and she told me about this site called CDH that she was also a member of. So I joined that, and somewhere along the line, somebody threw out the letters TGH, and then I came across this posting somewhere that I will never, ever, ever forget from Chloe about a Christmas ornament and how much it meant to her as part of her transition. And it's like, wow. So for some strange reason, I went and said, maybe I ought to check this out. So Chloe was over in TGH. I joined TGH, and it was like, oh, wow. This is like where I belong. This is like home. It's like you come home, you unlock the door, walk in, and there's your family right there. I thought, So this is where I landed, and that's the short story behind it. And
that's fine.
The rest is history.
Now, how did you decide to become, at the very beginning, how did you decide to become staff to help the community?
Funny thing is, I didn't. Funny thing is, it was Chloe and Jasmine who started asking me about this. And I basically told them the same thing that I told all the managers I've ever worked for my entire career. You're up here. You see all of this. I'm way down here. All I see is my little piece of the pie. So you see what I do. You see how I am. You know me. You tell me, do you think I've got it? Got what it takes to be this? If you do, say so, and we're off. We're there. And it was like, I don't know if I was ever a member of chat crew. I think I went straight into ambassador. And then somebody, I don't even remember how, but the big hook was when I wound up getting involved in local places. Oh man, I sunk my teeth into that. It was like a hook that went down in my throat, and I just got the biggest kick out of doing that. Because it was like, you wouldn't believe all of the things that are listed in local places, just oddball stuff that, you get the normal stuff like, the Macy's and the Sephora's and the Ultas and the, the places in other parts of the world. But it's like, I came across, we've got Dracula's castle listed. Okay, great, cool, it fits. So yeah. And it was basically, when somebody tells me, because they know more about what's going on than I do, tells me that, yes, we believe that you have it, that's like saying, okay, we don't hire the best, or we don't hire anything but the best. So when somebody says that must mean a lot, okay, then I'm going to do my best. And here we sit.
Okay, being the managing ambassador of the site, how has it helped you in your journey?
because it has given me the ability to see and experience other people's lives. Like a big one. Okay, here's a big one. The TGH cookbook. That was born out of meeting other people in other countries and asking simple questions like, what's a typical meal that you all like, or a dessert? You know, if you were to cook something, what would it be? What's the recipe? And I mean, I've even used some of that for, like, you know, our holiday dinners here, Christmas dinners and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, you realize communication is the best thing in the world that ever happened to a human being. You got one mouth and two ears. There's a reason why you should listen twice as much as you talk. Of course, sometimes I don't do that. But the point being is, when you listen to what other people have to say, you get a better affinity for what they deal with on a daily basis. And how can that not help you out? By definition, it will. So, yeah, just the interaction with other people improves. Interacting with other people improves everybody. A rising tide raises all boats.
Okay. What do you see as the future of TGH?
Well, let me answer that by saying this. When I used to work for IBM, and we were tasked with supporting the sailors on the submarines, we were told that part of our job is to work ourselves out of a job. And it's like, well, why the heck would we want to do that? Because our job is to train everyone else so they don't need us anymore. In an ideal situation, what I would love to see happen is that the need for TGH to exist as a safe haven is no longer required. Because think about it. If that's the case, if the need for the site is no longer required as a safe place for people to be, that means we've won. That means that the world has accepted that, hey, there are transgender people out there. Oh, well, get over it. Give them the same respect and dignity as they give you, and everybody's happy. Granted, it can always stay a place where people that just, hey, you know, you've got websites that deal with, you know, people that like to fly airplanes or build plastic models or work on retro computers and stuff like that. You always have, you know, interest group type things. And there's no reason why this should not stay as some kind of interest group type thing. But what I'd really love to see is for that there no longer to be a societal reason to have any place like TGH exist as a safe place where people can go and not have to worry about what goes on outside their door. That would be just...
Okay, so on that, just real quick, so you would say you'd like to see the change of where we're just a social site to where we are just here for the community.
Yeah, we're here because we're a common interest. You know, people, if the only reason that people came here was because we all have a common interest, that would be great. But when people have to come because they need some place to feel safe, that tells me that the outside world still has there's still, you know, an axe to grind somewhere. We need to get rid of that axe.
For future members are seeing this for the first time, what would you say to them?
Bring sharp pencils and lots of paper and take notes and read anything and everything in the articles and the forums that you can get your hands on, because you would not believe the amount of information that is in those articles and forums. And you start digging through that stuff, and you could literally take and create a customizable user's guide for you based on what you get out of going through forums and articles. And I'm not just talking about the ones that have just hit the press recently. I'm talking about all the way back. This site didn't just pop up yesterday. This place has been here for years. And there's a lot of very intelligent people that have posted a lot of incredible information.
Okay, to end this, is there a few words you'd like to say to Vanessa about the being on having TGH for the past 7 years?
TGH is the right place at the right time for the right people. This is the place. There is no other place like this place, so therefore this is the place. This site is needed. The community needs it. This planet needs it, because in a lot of ways it's also like a safety valve. Because just think about it. If somebody comes in and they're having a really bad day and they're able to vent to their friends or public chat or whatever, or something to help them calm down and get some help and support and feel like they're not alone, then it makes them be able to go off and be productive later on and maybe deal with things a little bit better. You know, I grew up back in the early 60s during Kennedy's times, and one of the things that I always just struck me as just so powerful was that quote from him: "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Just think about how powerful that is, to say, don't be the one that comes and picks the fruit. Be the one that comes and waters the tree. Because if everybody did more of that, there'd be a whole heck of a lot more fruit to go around. So yeah, that's what I would say. Come in here and help water the tree. Come in here and help do whatever you can to make this a place that is unsurpassed. Because you'll never find another place like this. That all I can guarantee you. So
that is true. And I thank you for taking your time out to do
not a
this
problem.
video for the community, for Vanessa, for all of us. And I will say this, I am glad that you are our site manager. It's a
Well, thank
pleasure to
you.
work underneath you.
Well, remember, my job is to support everybody else. I
And
can't, you all don't, I don't do good unless you all are able to do what you need to do. My job is to make sure that you have all of the things that you need to do in order to make this a site to be proud of. So
Okay, Michelle, you have a lovely evening, and we will talk again soon.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Well, thanks very much for that, Michelle. So much of what you said there rang true for me as well. And the same could be said for the CDH site, the sister site. And lots of us find that very helpful. Anyway, now we're going to move on to Kimberly, this time speaking to Gabby or Gabrielle.
Abby Thomas, one of our members here on TGH, and she has wanted to go and make an appearance on our anniversary video. Gabby, I appreciate you taking out time to do this for us.
It's my honor.
How did you find the site when you first joined?
I Googled it. Just curious to share, to belong, to know that I'm not alone, I guess. So I saw, I remember Crossdresser, the other
TBH?
site, and I joined that, and then, but I'm trans, and then I saw that there was Transgender Heaven, and I was like, okay, this is it. So I actually belong to both for a minute.
Actually, a lot of our members are on both. So that's not a problem. How long ago did you join?
Oh gosh, forever. I think 2011. I would have say it's been a while. I would have to go back and look. Don't remember not ever being on it. That's how
Okay.
far
This site came on 2018.
Okay, so well, I would have to go. I have got to think that I don't know if
That's no big deal.
Yeah, I honestly don't. It just seems forever.
No, that's okay. I just thought I asked to see if you knew.
Okay.
When you joined the site, how were you greeted?
Vanessa was, I was, I felt privileged. It was like Vanessa Law, the founder herself, was conversing with me via text and through the site. And I thought, this site must be, I guess, small, not national, maybe a little local. I don't know. And here I'm speaking with the founder, and she's very personable, and I just felt very welcome, very warm, warmly welcomed.
When you first navigated the site, how easy was it to get around the site to where you wanted to go?
It was there's a lot there to really navigate. It navigates a little differently than I guess the other sites, but once you get the formula to go on your profile to get your messages, and then how to click on messages, and then to go on friends, and then to look at other members' profiles, it's easy. There's a lot there though, and every time I go on, it seems like I find new things. Like the articles are just amazing, and you can kind of get lost, not lost, I mean pleasurably lost in all that, and then you come back and there's more. So there's so much content, but to navigate it, you just have to learn the formulas and just really enjoy the ride.
How safe do you feel being on the site?
Very, very safe, very secure, very safe. I have never in all the years I've been on the site have had an issue whatsoever.
From the staff when you first joined to the staff today, is it the same? Is it different? How did the transition of staff work for you?
It's growing. There's more ambassadors. But Vanessa, she just emailed me last week after the chat. We had a group chat, and she emailed me. She goes, "Oh, it's so nice to see you again." And again, it is so many years later, the site has grown so much bigger now, and Vanessa's still taking the time out of her busy schedule to email me and make me feel welcome. Still make me feel welcome. The group chat itself was very welcoming. It was just so nice that you're talking to so many different people in all different areas, coming from different walks of life, and going in our own respective journey, going to our own destinations. Yet we have a site that allows us to check in, allows us to converse, and feel part of a community.
Since you've joined the site, how has it helped your journey?
Oh gosh, I read other person's profiles, and even in the chat groups and in the stories that are written, they're so personal, and it just gives you a different perspective of your own journey, and it lets you know you're not alone. Number one, in what we're doing, I think that's what I get out of it mostly, is I know I'm not alone, and I read some amazing stories from people who have overcome, or they're facing some issues that I've actually faced. So I've chimed in back and written them, or I'm going through some things and I read, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I went through. And this is how they overcame it, or this is what they're going through. So it's been, I can't tell you how more complete I feel knowing that I'm not alone in all my thoughts and suppression from society, if you will. So.
Okay. Let me phrase this the right way. How would you recommend our site to another transgender or cross-dresser person?
Absolutely.
Okay. Like I said, I do appreciate the time you took out. Is there anything you'd like to say to Vanessa before we end our conversation?
Thank you. Keep, like I said, she just emailed me last week after the group chat, and I just, again, from the very beginning to today, and like I said, I feel like I've been on the site forever. I can't thank her enough. Thank you. I'm glad someone did it, and it just isn't someone, but it's Vanessa, and for her to, like I said, continue to invest herself in this site. It's just, I can't thank her enough, and I can't thank you enough.
We're just here to do what we do. We keep the site as safe as we can. It's all volunteer, and we just do our part for the community.
Thank you.
Gabby, I want to thank you for taking your time out today to do this. It was very informative of how you are on the site. Hopefully we'll see you on the site in other places. I'm around when I'm around.
Thank you.
But I do want to thank you again, and just give me 1 second.
And thank you very much indeed, Kimmy and Gabby. That was quite interesting, what you said about being complete. I've noticed that myself since the 18 months I've been on CDH. I've never in my life felt so complete, and I'm 70 now. Anyway, next up, we've got Dee interviewing Kimmy, and then we turn around and Kimmy's going to interview Dee. But first of all, here's Dee interviewing Kimmy.
Good evening, everyone. We're so happy that you took time to join us this evening. I'm Dr. Dee Haggerty, and I'm one of the ambassadors here at TGH and CDH. And I'm here this evening with Kimberly Forzak, who is our assistant managing ambassador. And if you didn't quite get that, she's my boss. So we're going to turn the tables this evening. This is our video on some things that are important to all of us. at TGH for our anniversary. So I'm going to have a chance to put Kimberly on the spot. All right. Kimberly, good evening. Are you ready to rock with the girls?
Of course I am. And what do you mean I'm your boss? We're all in this together. But that's okay. Besides that, I appreciate taking the time to do this.
All right. Well, Kimberly, you may be my boss, but I'm not going to throw you any softballs today. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay? All right. So let's lead off with why. Why was it important for you to become a part of the TGH staff and to put your nose to the grindstone to work for us?
To better the community, the opportunity was to come up and do this. The idea was floating around for a couple of months of having a new video section. And I was like, I'll give it a stab. So I went and I was talking with Michelle, who's the main managing ambassador here on TGH. And we started talking, and one thing led to another. And we just started doing it. And then this is, I believe, our 5th video of the round, somewhere around there. And I do it for the community. It helps our community learn about the site, about different people in the site, about different things. It's just a way to give back to the TGH community. And I feel that's more important than me just being just a member. I'd rather help people get through their journey as best they can.
Okay. Well, Kimmy, all right. So you're an assistant managing ambassador. You're one of the leaders of our community here. So how has your leadership role with TGH transformed you? What does it mean to you personally to be in this role? I mean, and what motivates you to spend your time doing this?
Basically, it makes it that it's for a safe place for all for the transgender community to come, feel safe, feel like they got a place to where they can come and be safe. We make sure that it's a safe environment for everyone, that they can feel safe, that they are safe, they can be who they be. No one is judged on our sites. Doesn't matter who you are. If there is a problem, we do take care of it in the background that no one sees. And I do it just to give to the community. And it's actually helped me in doing more stuff than I used to do. I was very sheltered, but now it makes me give more, be more assertive with people, talk to people more to where I can interact with more people. It just makes it that it helped me get out of my shell more.
Okay, well, you've referred to your shell a lot, but honey, I sure haven't ever seen it around here. You really lay it out here for us. So since you got onto that topic, what have you learned about you, Kimmy, in terms of your leadership style, and what have you learned from some of the other ambassadors and managers here at TGH?
With regards to other ambassadors and managers, it's like we work as one group. There's no just one person leading. It's all a group setting. We all collaborate with each other on difficult decisions. One person might have a different opinion, and that opinion might help with your opinion. Your opinion might help their opinion. It's a way to everyone communicates with each other, and it keeps the site very safe and sound in these troubling times. Yeah. How has it helped me with my leadership abilities? I've done management in restaurant industry and all for about 30 years. So it kind of comes natural to me. I have it to where I can make those type of decisions and not think about them. It's like, okay, this needs to be done. Well, let's try it this way. If this way doesn't work, let's do it this way. It just comes natural to me.
And since you have a lot of talents to offer us, what's really the most enjoyable part of your job being on our management team?
Keeping the site safe, making sure that no one that is unwanted comes onto the site, determining who is not here for support. It's a lot. There's a lot into it. You have to determine, okay, are you here for support? You might send them a personal, private email. Why are you here? Or you ask questions about their profiles. Then you have to decide off their profiles who is here for support and who's here for other reasons. So there's a lot that goes into it. And it's one of those things I like, okay. It's a lot of split-second decision making sometimes.
Okay. And for the last one, Kimmy, if you could wave a magic wand over TGH or CDH, what would you change? And where do you see us going over time?
Change right now, I don't see really anything to change. We have a good core of leadership on both sites. And basically, where is it going to go in the future? It's going to strive. It's going to grow. We're going to be here for the community for a long time to come. We're going to be a pillar of the community for support, for safety, for comfort, for caring for our members. And we're just here to be a shoulder to lean on, an ear to bend. We're just here for the community.
Well, you put a lot of time and effort into this. You enjoy it. And we certainly have had great benefit with everything you've put into TGH for us. And thank you, Kimmy, for taking your time to share your thoughts about TGH for our anniversary. Thank you, dear.
No problem.
And thank you both. That was fascinating stuff. Now we're going to turn the tables, and Kimberly is getting to interview Dee.
Welcome, everyone. We are here with Dr. Dee Haggerty, one of our ambassadors here on TGH, who's also part of our video media team. And she's here to answer a few questions for our anniversary video. Thank you for taking your time out to do this, Dr. Dee.
Thank you so much for having me. And folks, if you saw our earlier segment, we get a chance to switch roles in terms of who's boss and who's playing boss. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Okay, first question. How did you decide to join TGH?
I started with CDH, met a lot of folks there who are actually trans, who are a part of the TGH site. And they essentially invited me over to participate here. And I have. But I've lived in both worlds with CDH and TGH.
Yeah, actually, so have I. I'm actually a member of both sites, too. And when you joined, how were you greeted on the site?
I was a little blown away when shortly after I did my membership, I got a message from Vanessa. That was pretty profound and impressive.
And how has the site helped you?
I'm going to turn that question around a little bit. I really came to CDH and TGH. I'm a physician. Been doing this for 40 years. A broad set of experience. So I really came here to put more into the site for some of the folks that were starting their gender curiosity, gender questioning, and gender transitioning. since I've walked that path also. So I really have gotten a lot out of that too, because, working with our sisters who are asking the same questions that we have during our lifetimes, it does a lot for us on the inside. It certainly does a lot for me. So for as much as I can give to our community, I get just as much out of it.
Okay, another question. I know this wasn't on the sample questions I sent you, but we're going to throw this one in there. When you have been navigating the site, how easy is it to navigate our site?
The navigation has changed a little bit over the past 5 years that I've been here, but I am not a computer guru by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a techno dinosaur, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, I found it pretty easy, actually.
And in your opinion, how has the staff kept it a safe community for you and the others?
Well, that's really been the mantra ever since I joined both CDH and here at TGH. This is a welcoming community. And what I've seen for the whole 5 years that I've been here is that the hostesses and the ambassadors, et cetera, they're on to the new folks right away. So it really makes people feel like they're an immediate part of a family and that they're welcomed. And once you get that welcoming, you start to open yourself up and expose yourself. But everybody here has been so consistent at offering ongoing support to our sisters, regardless of where they're at in their lives. So everybody here has really put rubber on the road. I think that they have kept the community safe by demonstrating that openness, the reception, and the sense of community every single day and with everything they do.
Okay, aside from being part of the media staff, as a member, is there anything that you would like to see changed on the site?
I'm a little sensitive to that question, actually. Since I came to y'all about reviving the video section. So I put a lot of sweat equity into the video. That would really be the thing that I want to see continue to grow. My fellow ambassadors and managers have really put a lot of thought into that and have had just some incredibly creative and expansive ideas far beyond what I could have thought or imagined where we would be going in the future. So, folks, there's a lot of exciting things coming, and I think it's going to be here in this video section.
Okay, one last question. Is there any words you'd like to say to Vanessa about your time on TGH?
Wow. Of course, the words that come to mind immediately are thank you. it's been a great ride, and the people that I work with here are really working to enhance the legacy that you have built here. So the words are really simple, but they're profound. Thank you, dear, for everything you've done.
Dr. D, I'd like to thank you for taking your time to do this for us for our anniversary video. And me as the assistant managing ambassador of the video section on TGH, we appreciate everything you do for us here.
You're welcome, dear. Thank you so much.
And thank you both again. It's been great to hear from you. It's been great to hear from other members of TGH. I've only recently joined, of course, because I have this. But we're going to now be joined by my colleagues from the video section.
Thank you for having us back up on the stage, Allie.
You're welcome.
And I would just like to thank you for everything that you did for our video today. It is a team effort to put this together, and you did a great job in segmenting us between videos. And I would like to say by closing in my part that we did this for the community. We did this for Vanessa. If it wasn't for Vanessa, none of us would be here. None of us would have even been able to do this. None of us would have even met ever, because it's all because of what Vanessa has put together. And I hope that it stays for a long time to come. This is a site that needs to be for a long, long time to help our community, and hopefully our community grows.
And ladies, we're closing. We're saying thank you. But remember, we're here for two really big things. We are here to celebrate our birthday, our anniversary, and to thank our founder, Vanessa Law. So ladies, let's welcome and say goodbye to all of our members and to Vanessa. Good night, ladies.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Bye.